Okay, y'all. As I said, I figured let's have real conversation about something that everybody deals with, but nobody wants to talk about. Kind of like masturbation and porn. We know everybody does it or dealt with it in one capacity or the other, but we don't ever want to talk about it. So it's kind of, I said before, you can never address what you oppress. So hair loss. I've been dealing with hair loss for 20 some odd years, since I was 25. I'm 46, about to be 47 in a few days. So this is something that I have a passion for because it is a self-esteem killer. And a lot of people try to pretend like it's not that big of a deal. You know, I'll say that there's a difference between me and the other Joe and Wilbert Earl, because Wilbert Earl can shave his head and be good. I tried it. I didn't like it. I got a big head. When I was growing up, they called me egghead, football head. I got a big head. And I'm light skinned. I know a lot of brothers, a lot of dark skinned brothers who can do it and pull it off and look good. I don't feel like I look good. Like Vin Diesel, I think he's not attractive. The Rock has a small head, but his body's big. So if I'm gonna shave my head, my body got to be big, or else I'm gonna look like a freaking lollipop, and I don't want to look like that. Anyway, so it makes you do research, and so that's what I wanted to have this conversation about, so that people could actually see somebody that they know who's dealt with it and taken a lot of different things, and either I can guide you on what's a complete placebo or what is we'll discuss it. So the first thing I'm going to address is greases, hair grease, because that's where I came from. My mom used to grease my dad scalp once every 2 weeks. They said sulfur-8 would make that thicken the hair follicles and thicken the hair. And I believed it. So that's the first place I went. The downside is that stuff stank. Over the years, they've progressed. Does it fix the hair and stuff? No. But I still use it. This is like Campbell's soup. It don't fix anything, but it's home to me. So I still use it. It smells better now, but it don't fix anything. Also in the hair supply store, there's plenty of stuff for hair growth. Mane and tail, they used to say that worked for women's sides and stuff. Did it work? For me, I'll say no. Hair mayonnaise, it didn't work. This Super Grow, Bronner Brothers, smells better than sulfate, but it still didn't work. When it came to the Amazon age, I checked Amazon. There's this Dr. Miracles, which is also in the store, Temple and Nape. Now this feels like mentholyptus in your hair, but it didn't change anything. So I'm gonna call it what it is, placebos. So that's that. The shampoos. Neoxin has been around for a long time. You did research back in the day. Neoxin was the go-to because you have regular shampoos that have a lot of bad chemicals in it. And so this is supposed to be natural stuff that's supposed to give you, at the time when I started using it, it made my hair breathe. So I thought it did something. I won't say that it doesn't work. I will say that at best it maintains your hair loss. So if you're a Norwood 3, which is a Norwood scale, and you're losing in one part in back, that's a Norwood 3. If you have a U like a George Jefferson, then that's a Norwood 6. But it's a Norwood scale. This will maintain whatever your hair loss is what I'll say. Now, that's shampoos. I've used several shampoos, but that's the one that I still use. As of recent, they said essential oils will assist. I bought into it, I'm not gonna lie. I have peppermint oil, rosemary oil, onion oil, coconut oil. Did it work? It smells better, some of it. Smells better than the sulfate, but I don't know. Moving forward, there's pills, and there's so many pills. Of course, they always say when you're doing your research of hair loss, and the reason for the hair loss is a vitamin deficiency. Biotin was one of the first go-tos. So I got biotin, I got zinc, I got palmetto seed, I think is what it's called. Man, I'm taking 4 different bottles that I don't have in front of me. I did an Amazon search. Das Grow was one of the first ones that I ran into. This has a lot of different stuff in it, biotin and whatever. I'll leave a link in the description. 2 pills a day. She's fairly expensive, but this is 2 a day. This is 2 a day. Biotin, 10,000 milligrams. I'll leave a link in the description. Moving on, there is in Amazon, you just put in hair loss treatments, and it's so many things come, and you just check out the reviews. There's an advanced technology, follicle growth and DHT blocker. The first thing that you find out with hair loss is DHT block. DHT is the reason why you lose hair, so you need a DHT blocker. $43 and $39. 4 tablets a day and 3 tablets a day. 7. 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 pills a day. Plus the other stuff that I'm taking. That's a lot of pills. And for those who are concerned about COVID vaccines and the long-term effects, what's the long-term effects for all these natural medicines? We don't know. But we held hostage because hair loss is a real thing that nobody talks about. So I'm just going to buy whatever they sell because I don't know what to do. And I need this fixed. So in my research, there was something called this little joker here, which looks like needle head. Now this is called a derma roller, microneedling. The goal is you're supposed to go crossways, basically do a cross wherever your areas are balding. If it's the side, wherever. This little joker, let me tell you something, this hurt. Now, I'm not a sadomasochist. I don't like whipping myself. I don't like putting pain on myself. I am not into self-hurt. But this, from everything they said, and it's a doctor that I'm going to leave a link in the description on his information on this, which is more information than whenever I researched it. But this was supposed to work. My hairline went up. Now, one thing you don't want is for stuff to reverse when you're trying to treat. So this thing, my hairline said, I found out that was called shock. So my hairline went into shock, so it went back. Further in my research, this is supposed to thicken your hair follicles, because you're supposed to be putting the holes in there to allow the follicle to come out. But my Barrett Station elementary understanding and elementary knowledge is like, okay, well, that makes absolutely no sense. If there is a follicle in there, then why wouldn't it grow? It's, to me, in my mind, it's comparable to going outside, digging a hole and expecting a tree to come out. If ain't no seed in there, ain't no tree gonna come out. So for me, this is a wooden nickel. The doctor said this is supposed to be done with also other stuff like Minoxidil or Rogaine, a topical treatment, so that it can assist in finding the hair follicle and making it grow. Don't make sense, but if they say so, fine. I will leave information on Minoxidil. I bought Minoxidil, but I never tried it because it seemed like, number one, it's a life sentence. And I know I'm fickle. So I'm going to take this stuff and then stop using it. But one thing that has been said, it will not regrow your hairline. It will help you with density and your crown, but it's not gonna help you with a hairline. I got hairline issues. So what do we do if we got hairline issues? So there's no point of me starting that therapy if it's not gonna fix my hairline. Same thing with Finasteride. Now, Finasteride is a pill that you take, and it's supposed to grow hair, and it's research. I'll leave information about the doctor. The doctor says it does work. But the downfall is the negative effect, or the possibility. Erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction. So I'm going to have hair, but I ain't going to be able to function? The hell you say? That makes absolutely no sense. So that was a hard no. But as time progressed, so I never purchased that, but as time progressed, there is PRP platelet rich plasma, where they take your blood, take the plasma out of your blood, and that is supposed to be plasma, and they discard the rest and put the plasma in your head. It has growth potential to reverse your hair loss. The problem with it is, number one, for me, it does nothing for your hairline. You won't grow a hairline per se. It's good for density and crown, but it's not specific to the hairline. The second downfall is she's expensive. It's $1,500 per session, and you're supposed to have 3 sessions, month to month to month. So if you get it in July, August, and then September, do the math. That's $4,500. But my tail took my butt up there, found a place in Houston to do it, paid the money. If I tell you it didn't look like I had butted a wasp nest when I left there, I had craters in my head from where they put the plasma. So one of the downfalls is you look a mess afterwards. Now it's gonna fall in and you'll be fine the next day. Another part is these sticks hurt. I don't know what Botox feels like, but I'm gonna assume it feels like Botox. So every stick you feel is legitimate, like pop, pop, like a rubber band popping you wherever it hits. I don't see myself doing that a second time. So did that work? Yes, it did. My hair was a little thicker afterwards, after one try. So if you got $4,500, go get you some PRP. I didn't. Moving on. Hims specifically has a topical version of Finasteride, a gumbo mix of Finasteride and Minoxidil that you can spray on your head. Now, granted, this is also expensive, not nearly as expensive as the PRP treatment. The Minoxidil and the Finasteride are supposed to be combined with something else because it will fix where you are, but it won't create a hairline, but it will fix where you are. So we need to find a fix for the hairline. And the only fix is a hair transplant. Now, I've known a hair transplant to look a hot mess. You look like cactus coming out of your head. But as time has progressed, it's gotten better. So I reached out to Bosley. $250 off, $500 off. Okay, what does $500 off mean to $15,000?
What kind of money you put on that?
It's a lot of money, though.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Like 50 racks?
Nah, it's like 30 something.
So he actually said he paid about 30 grand US dollars because it was done in the United States.
It's too expensive. So that was a hard no. Until I found out about Turkey. YouTube has a big following of black folks going to Turkey to get this hair transplant.
You obviously have hair.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Oh no, I went to Turkey. I went to Turkey and got a procedure.
Was it painful?
Because don't forget, in the beginning, my whole front was loose.
Was it expensive?
Nah, that's the thing. It's so affordable. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. What I was about to say.
For what I did, it would have cost me 50 grand here in America. I paid, look, 7,500.
That's it.
That's it.
Depending on where you are on the Norwood scale, you can go out there and get it done for $2,500. And that $2,500 comes with, doesn't come with the flight. You got to pay for that. But it comes with the procedure, 3 nights stay in a hotel, 2 hotels you can choose from, transportation from the airport to the hotel, hotel to the facility, facility back to the hotel, and from the hotel back to the airport. And breakfast, and 1 PRP treatment, and the aftercare, some. So that's almost a no loss. The only thing you gotta do is hope you get a good doctor. So then that's where the research comes in. So that's where I'm at now. I think that's a good option. Now, there are 2 options. There's a FUT and a FUE. The FUT is they take a strip of skin with hair follicles and then put it in your hairline. The downfall to that is it's a scar, it leaves a scar, And you're going to need to go do another one to get more hair follicles. Of course, that's only a little small strip. So it depends on how much hair loss you have. That's going to equal more than one. And I won't do more than one surgery, so that's a no. But then there's a FUE where they extract hair follicles in your donor area between your ears, however many you need, and place them follically. It's like your eyelashes. You put eyelashes where they go. So you place the hair follicles wherever you need it. And so for me, I may need 2,500. They'll take it out of here, put it in there. And depending on where you are in life, if you're doing it at 25, you will need a second one. If you're at 45 and your hair loss has been pretty much kind of plateaued, then you know where your hair is going to be, you know where the loss is, and you're probably good. Probably. So I'm thinking I'm going to restore my hair, then use Finasteride and Minoxidil to maintain and keep. To me, that sounds like a good deal. So we have Band-Aids that will maintain what you have, or treatment that could possibly fix it, and then you can maintain it. I'm gonna leave links in my description for all these things. But the treatment, that's a process. So what I'm going to do is do the research for you guys. I'm going to research, find me a good doctor, document the whole trip, document the procedure, the treatment, even do a little tour of the city. So subscribe to my channel and like, share, but mainly subscribe so that we can take this journey together. And I'm gonna show you what I went through and give you tips on what I think I should have done differently, better, just give you a good, real review, commentary, and advice on how to treat and fix this hair loss issue. So let's go through this together, family. All right, talk to y'all later.